Part 39. Taking stock of the top 10 golden fingers, the protagonist of Wanjie went crazy. Author, Chirp. Chapter 477. After technology has developed to a certain level, humans are no longer needed. Humans only need to provide resources. Humans have been able to easily produce powerful weapons, armored vehicles, etc., which are enough to destroy the existence of the Earth. New species have also been discovered on Earth. Thanks to human efforts and the dual support of technology and medical care, many creatures have been born on the Earth. In this technological era, there are countless human beings. In the past 300 years, human beings have continued to expand their territory outwards. Under human rule, human beings have successfully included the Earth within the geographical scope. 1. The population on Earth has reached about 1 billion. On the basis of this billion population, the Earth also has tens of thousands of primitive tribes. These tribes all belong to human beings and have strong fighting power. They can be said to be vassals of human beings. However, human ambitions did not stop there. While expanding their territory, humans continued to colonize surrounding areas. Human beings have occupied most of the world, but humans are still not satisfied. They feel that humans are not strong enough, so they want to enter the Star Federation again and conquer the Star Federation. But they did not find the Emperor of Heaven. In the eyes of the leaders of these primitive tribes, it was at this time that he suddenly appeared in the world with his own system. The system can give him continuous enhancement of what he wants, such as enhancement of his physical fitness, enhancement of energy, and enhancement of his own strength. Even including his personal speed enhancement. So in just a few days, he has become the most powerful man in the world. Anyone who sees him must be respectful. Otherwise, when he really breaks out his terrifying power, these damn guys may be in trouble. He doesn't like others to kneel down to him, he thinks it's too hypocritical. And he wants to conquer this Federation of Stars, not for enjoyment, but because he wants to save this Federation of Stars. He wants to make the entire planet a part of the Earth. During these 300 years, he has been lurking, waiting for an opportunity. Finally today, an opportunity appeared in front of him. In the palace of the Federation of Stars, there is a huge gem with a fist-sized blue bead inlaid in the center. Its appearance looks very beautiful, like a full moon. But if you look closely, you will see that this blue bead contains endless dark power. Lu Chen recognized it as a magic crystal at a glance. Magic crystal is a special energy crystal core. The magic crystal is made of a special material from the Federation of Stars and can absorb the power of the stars. Moreover, this material is extremely rare, and most people don't even know it exists. The magic crystal contains powerful energy. Once absorbed by someone, it can make an ordinary person's strength skyrocket. Therefore, everyone in the Federation of Stars knows that once this magic crystal is embedded in the chest, they can gain infinite power. However, the Federation of Stars has strict rules. No matter who they are, as long as they own this magic crystal, they are not allowed to kill other people. Otherwise, you will be punished by the Federation of Stars. Lu Chen is no exception. He is now the controller of this planet, so he can also be regarded as the king of this planet. But he has his own principles. Taking stock of the top 10 golden fingers, the protagonist of Wanjie went crazy. Author, Chirp. Chapter 478. He does not allow killing under his hands. He hopes that through this incident, the gang of bastards under him will understand that whoever dares to betray him is betraying the entire human race and betraying the interests of humankind, and will only die. Magic crystal, you must be obedient. Lu Chen stretched out his hand to touch the blue magic crystal and smiled. You humans are so cunning, how could you know that there is someone in this world who can swallow magic crystals? The magic crystal made a childish sound, sounding like a child acting coquettishly. Lu Chen said with a smile, because I am the Emperor of Heaven. Emperor of Heaven? Who is the Emperor of Heaven? Magic Crystal asked curiously. Lu Chen said, I am the second strongest person on earth. The most powerful one? Who is it? Magic Crystal asked. Lu Chen smiled, my dad, Lu Zhenchan is the Emperor of Heaven. Mo Jing was silent for a moment, then suddenly burst into laughter, Emperor of Heaven? Ha 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 ha. Are you actually the most powerful person on earth? Then tell me, who is my master? Lu Chen shook his head, I can't tell you. If I tell you, it won't be called a surprise, so I can't say. Humph, what a stinker, don't even mention it. Demon Crystal snorted coldly. Lu Chen shrugged his shoulders and said, but don't worry, I will never treat you badly. Your master is the greatest man in heaven. He is called the Emperor of Heaven. What kind of Emperor of Heaven? I've never heard of any kind of Emperor of Heaven. Magic Crystal said. It doesn't matter whether you have heard of it or not, as long as you remember my identity. Lu Chen smiled. When he heard what the Magic Crystal said to him, a glass panel appeared in his eyes. It could be clearly seen that various information was being introduced on the glass panel, and then he directly selected one of the systematic information introductions. The next second, he just felt a strong flame burning on his body, and a hot flame had entered his forehead. Not long after, he felt his power begin to explode. However, the energy of all this explosion has exceeded the cognitive scope of ordinary people. The terrifying power that can be erupted at that moment is completely unbearable by ordinary people. All the people began to kneel down and beg for mercy. But Lu Chen no longer wanted to pay attention. He has only one idea now, which is to destroy heaven and destroy this planet. His power continued to rise, but within a matter of seconds, he reached the peak of the Xingyuan realm and then stopped. At this time, his face was filled with excitement. What a tyrannical force! This power is like thunder coming from the nine heavens, filled with the aura of violence and destruction. Lu Chen sighed with emotion, swayed, jumped down from the house, and walked towards the distance. He needs to find another place to continue improving his cultivation. When Lu Chen came to the wall of the city, Nyazeos, a wicked smile appeared on his face. His eyes scanned the surroundings from top to bottom. On the wall of the city, stood a group of soldiers. The cultivation level of each soldier is very strong. They were wearing armor and holding spears in their hands, staring at Lu Chen with vigilance. At this time, one of these soldiers' eyes fell on Lu Chen, and his pupils trembled twice. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Taking stock of the top 10 golden fingers, the protagonist of Wanjie went crazy. Author, Chirp. Chapter 479. He is actually another powerful person in the star realm. A soldier next to him said in surprise, how could this kid be so strong? Huh, what's so surprising about this? He must have hidden his cultivation, otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get through that formation at all. But it's fine now, his power has been sealed, and it's useless no matter how powerful his physical body is. The soldier said with disdain, such a waste still wants to break through the formation? It's simply wishful thinking. That's right, but we have to be careful because this is at the gate of the city. Although this kid has been sealed, I believe he still has a unique skill that cannot be taken lightly. Don't worry, I have already arranged this place for this competition. The soldier said, all the soldiers in this castle were personally selected by me. It is simply unreasonable for him to want to escape from my grasp. The two of them were talking about Lu Chen here, but their eyes were still fixed on Lu Chen's figure. Even the soldiers on the city wall were constantly looking at Lu Chen. Their minds were also observing Lu Chen. Where did this guy come from? He looks so young, but he is actually a strong man in the Xingyuan realm. I wonder if he has ever participated in a competition? If you participate in a competition, it would be terrible. No, we can't let him leave, we must keep an eye on him. That's right, he must not be allowed to leave or break the rules. Lu Chen didn't know that because he was under the surveillance of these soldiers and had attracted a lot of attention during his time on the city wall. At this moment, all the attention of these soldiers was focused on Lu Chen. Even the soldier who was talking to Lu Chen just now had shut up. He saw those people constantly talking about Lu Chen, rolled his eyes a few times, and suddenly said, "Stop arguing. Take a closer look at him." After hearing what the soldier said, those people looked at him one after another. He pointed to an open space in the distance and said, "There is a small cave entrance there. Don't you think this small cave entrance is a bit strange?" After hearing this person's words, everyone, Abdi, locked their eyes on the small hole. Then I heard this person continue to say, "There is a strong evil spirit exuding from that small hole. These evil spirits do not belong to this world, and the evil spirits are so powerful that they can even make star-level warriors feel fearful. The appearance of this small hole must be related to this guy. When you say that, it's true." The others all nodded after hearing what the soldier said. "Don't you think this guy is very strange?" "It is indeed very strange. I feel that this person's power is very powerful, but at the same time there is a hint of evil. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Who cares? We just need to guard the city gate and never let him escape." After the soldiers said these words, they no longer paid attention to Lu Chen. After all, Chase Lu is a dead person and is not worthy of their attention at all. Just like that, Lu Chen left quietly. But at this time, the military advisor next to him had his eyebrows twitching and his eyes were shining. He was such a tyrannical cultivator. "I must capture you and make you my puppet." The military advisor was excited, but he knew that this kind of thing should never be discovered. Otherwise, he would definitely get into trouble and be killed on the spot. So he took a deep breath and said, "You guys go check this person's identity." Yes. The bodies of the soldiers under him swayed and disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. Lu Chen's body was shaken. Taking stock of the top 10 golden fingers, the protagonist of Wanjie went crazy. Author, Chirp. Chapter 480. Lu Chen just wanted to leave here, but at this moment, the military advisor was already approaching. The strategist's eyes flashed fiercely, his arms were raised, and he blasted out. The terrifying true energy condensed on his fist, turning into a dragon and roaring away. Boom! The void was torn apart. This is a terrifying power in the realm of true Qi. Even practitioners of the 5th level of true Qi will be blown away in an instant when faced with this punch. The military advisor was so fast that Lu Chen had no time to dodge. He could only bear the punch forcefully. Boom! A muffled sound spread. Lu Chen's chest exploded with blood mist. The body was like a kite with broken strings, falling hard and hitting the ground heavily. The military advisor laughed ferociously and strode to Lu Chen. "Boy, become my puppet. I promise to train you into a powerful master." Lu Chen gritted his teeth and the expression on his face was extremely ferocious, but he had no way to struggle because the military advisor had already stepped on his head. The military advisor sneered, "It seems you still don't understand that your current fate is like an ant, controlled by me at will." The military advisor's eyes were ferocious, staring straight at Lu Chen, as if he wanted to see through his soul. The military advisor snorted coldly and said, "Now, I can give you a choice. The first, become my puppet; the second, be killed by me; the third, be my slave, and you will never be able to stand up again." "I choose the first one." Lu Chen gritted his teeth and said, "It's not that he doesn't understand his current situation, he also understands that as long as he refuses, he will face the endless killings of the military advisor." Lu Chen didn't want to be killed. let alone being treated as a puppet by such a guy. But he had no other choice, he had to survive. Moreover, he believed that with his talent, he would become a powerful practitioner. The military advisor was not surprised when he heard Lu Chen's answer. In his opinion, practitioners like Lu Chen would not dare to resist him. He smiled coldly and said, "If that's the case, then just go and die." After saying that, he punched out with a roar, and the fierce force shook all directions. The muscles in the corners of Lu Chen's eyes twitched, and there was a look of pain on his face, obviously enduring the severe pain. "If you want. Zero asking for flowers." The military advisor snorted coldly, "It only hurts now, it's too late." His fist exploded again, and a terrifying force hit him. This punch hit Lu Chen's chest, completely shattering Lu Chen. A corpse fell from the air and hit the ground, blood spraying out. The military advisor's eyes fell on the dead cultivator, a sneer appeared at the corner of his mouth, and he said, "Boy, don't blame me for being cruel. Who told you that you don't know how to appreciate someone? Since you don't want to be my puppet, then I can only kill you." Having said this, the military advisor reached out and took away the pill that exuded a strong medicinal fragrance. The military advisor took a deep breath and said, "This is your last chance. If you can survive, you will be mine in the future." After saying this, he turned and left. Before Lu Chen died, he heard a sentence, "Just wait, you will definitely become mine. I want you to see with your own eyes how I grow and become the strongest in the world." After a sleepless night, Lu Chen opened his eyes after dawn the next day. His eyes flashed with a cold light, and he sneered, "Is it finally over?"